I was like, what is this?
I think it's, what do they call it? A pencil top?
Oh my god, it's like... Still thinking about how crazy last night was. I hardly got any sleep. I set my alarm for 6:30 this morning to get ready for today's workshop, but I didn't go to bed till like 2:30. Just to do a quick recap, what happened. We got to the room at like midnight, just past midnight, waited in line, checked in, got keys. So here's the crazy part. They gave me keys. And then I go to the room and there's someone in the room. And so I go downstairs to tell them this, like, oh my gosh, someone was in the room. And they made it sound like no big deal. Enough about that. So today's workshop is hosted by Focal, which makes beautiful website. They're the ones who made my new brand Carol T Studio website. It's so pretty, and check it out if you haven't. I'm really proud of how it came out and the work that we did with it. Yeah, so this is kind of like the pre-conference stuff that we are doing while we're out here. Came in early for this and super excited to see everyone. This is the same people that hosted the Banff workshop I did a couple months ago. That was so gorgeous and fun, but great people. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, let's go get today. Hi.
Are you supposed to be at the bus or something?
I got the time wrong. I thought we were supposed to meet at 7:30. It's 8:30. So I'm all ready and I have an hour. So I could work on a presentation. Where are the kids? Are they awake?
Yeah, they're on the computers.
Hi. I know, I thought you guys had school today. Wait, come say hi. Never mind. Okay, I'll call you guys later then. Well, I'm gonna figure out the room stuff, and then I need to also like logistics stuff as well.
Okay.
Okay, and I can maybe work on my presentation for today. They always come out really good though. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, bye. All right. Yeah, so today I'm going to be teaching at Focal's Not a Conference, and we are going to be doing 2 styled shoots here where I'll be teaching them, you know, posing, lighting, and such. Look at this gorgeous courtyard here. I will also be teaching an hour class on business stuff, so whatever questions they have. I'll be sharing about website, how to automate a lot of your booking and process, and how to increase your sales. They went missing and I couldn't find them. And then I tried to open my office door and the door was locked.
They were yelling at you.
No, so then my window has, like, you can kind of see through slits.
Wait a second,
So
where is this going?
I looked through, she's on her knees, we'll just say that. Like,
Oh.
where's the camera?
And that's Caroline mic'd up for you guys.
Hi, Jason. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Hey, good to see you again. This is your hometown. Hi, Jeremy. So nice to meet you. I'm Caroline. Yeah, let's see what wardrobe options. Okay. Oh, that's for the afternoon though. But yeah, I'd love to see like your casual stuff. Oh, pretty. Has she? This is all for right now.
Like the wedding dresses or not?
Okay.
It was really hectic.
Static. This one's kind of fun. I think this one would be fun to play with.
They're sock.
Oh, I was like, what is this?
I think it's, what do they call it?
Yeah. Yeah, I like this one. I think this would be fun to play with, especially in the house. I think this one's a little bit on the formal side, but this could look like, I'm just cutely hanging out in static. Oh my gosh, you're gonna get zapped today. We need to ground this. Like, where's... Okay, let me see what you have and see what...
So yeah, I have options. I have V-neck, gray, V-neck, black, a couple white shirts.
What if we go... Wait, you said you have black jeans?
Yeah.
Maybe we go black jeans with that, because then I feel like at least it'll look like... And then do you have shoes options too?
I have these and a pair of dress shoes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna scout. If you want to walk with me and hear the process, you're welcome to. I brought one wide, one tight. But I want to go check out the bedroom and see what it looks like. And even this is super cute too. Yeah, this is nice. Let me see what this other bedroom looks like. So I'm looking around at the spots first right now. You're welcome to like tag along and see. Yeah, this has better light, but I think it's very tight, but it has really good light in here. Pass the jump test. You know, this is like your shoot too, so I want you guys to have like a say in it. But I was thinking, because we have nice architecture in here, it'd be nice to take advantage of it and maybe capture the story. It could be like an engagement session, but lifestyle shoot of a couple inside their house. So I'm pretending that they are a client who hired me to do an engagement session, and we're gonna be doing it inside their house. So we're pretending this is their beautiful home. So if you notice, like I purposely was putting this on this side because the window is on this side, so it looks more natural, that it just looks like there's more window light coming in versus two competing lights coming at each other. So yeah, I'm actually like, there's like I don't know if you guys heard of camera to cloud. I know. No, actually, like I'll show you. It's actually like already on the cloud, like on a gallery right now. But like everything I'm taking here is actually going up to frame.io, which is being run through Imagine like culling editing, and is spitting out a finished JPEG. So like I can show you all these later, but like everything we're taking is just automatically being sent to a remote editing team right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be game changing. How many of you are like, I want to direct the model myself? Because I find that some people are like, I actually like would prefer just shooting over someone's shoulder and happy with that. And some people are like, I want like control and execute my own vision. So what we can do is like, if you're feeling it and if you have something you really want to do, let me know. Otherwise, like it's a small intimate group, right? So I'm just gonna flow through it. And if at any time you feel like and I'll kind of make sure that you're all getting equal time, but if at any point you feel like, I'm not getting enough time, like tell me, like you can tell me in private, you know, and I'll make sure you get in there. Okay, and then look over here. Beautiful. Put a leg more, like angle your body a little bit towards me, just a little, yeah. And then now lean forward into it, yeah. All right, so this part, I'm like warming her up. You guys, and just feel, yeah, beautiful. Oh, hold on, use your pinky to do that, yeah. So turn. Just gonna have you, yep, I love that. Just snuggle into her and like maybe rest on her shoulders, and both of you guys just Look at the barbecue. Beautiful. And then Lonnie, I'm just gonna have you like just kind of roll your head into him a little bit. Yeah, there we go. You know what I mean? It's like when it was like starting to push the hair. I want them to look at me, you know, because it's supposed to feel like I'm catching them, you know, in their element. Yeah. Let me try having you lay down, actually. Head towards us and feet away from us.
Okay,
So just head, yeah. I don't know what kind of shoot you guys were expecting, but it's going. Okay.
I like the direction it's headed.
I'm going with what I'm feeling at the moment, and so I'm gonna have you just let's try like a hand, yeah, and then just look a little that way, yeah. Beautiful. Tip that neck up. Gorgeous. So like another angle that I like while we have her down, we can have, let's have you jump back in. So everyone, like, get your shot. There's a specific shot that I usually do with this that I'm trying to show you, but yeah, I would stagger it too. But okay, so come closer to each other. Like, yeah. I know. So the night, like everybody's body bends differently, you know? So what I'm trying like might not work for them, right? But it's always worth a try. So whenever you do this with clients, you know, if you have a vision, you try it with them, and if it doesn't work, don't say, oh, that looked bad. Just say, oh, okay, that was great. Like, and, you know, like, it was still great, right? But I want to see if it works. But it might not work because I think Jeremy's shoulders don't bend that way. So make your head come here. So keep sliding down, Lonnie, until your head is right over. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then now, yep, Jeremy, get your. Cute, okay. So then now this time you're gonna use your left hand to just gently like stroke his, whatever you can catch up in. Yeah, there you go. Stroke his head, yeah, same thing, but let that elbow drop. Yep. Yeah, so make the foot stick out a little bit just so we see a little, is that where the part is? Hold on, let me see, is there another part that's more, no? And then let's have like extend the foot out. Yeah, towards me a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. How does it look mounting? Does it look like, oh, easy, okay. What if we can have like a little balcony moment? Maybe, yeah, like some of it hanging down here. So don't show me like this of your hand, like it should always be like the side, you know what I mean? Like the, yeah, like that, yeah. How many of you do portraits? Like, when you say portraits, like families, headshots? Okay, cool. So I think the way she's dressed, I think fits more of like the branding, lifestyle stuff. I could see it being. So why don't we pretend it's a branding shot for this one? So you're leaning Q and you're talking to him. You guys are like flirting with each other, right? Like. I've had wedding clients before inquire, and this actually happens a lot. They either didn't book me for the wedding because I was not available, I was out of their budget, usually those two reasons. But because I have their email address and they're still getting my newsletter, some of them end up contacting me like 10 years later to shoot something. And it's like, I actually inquired 10 years ago and you weren't available for my wedding. Like, I'm so excited you get to shoot my next chapter in life now, right? So that's the power. That's why I have that little wall right there. But in your website, you want it to be very clear what you do. You want to hit exactly what their pain points are. And so for me, stress-free photo shoots that document fleeting moments right? I'm emphasizing stress-free because a lot of people think photo shoots are stressful. I am reminding them that these are fleeting moments. Beautifully styled and planned for you, just show up. Calm, relaxing atmosphere that will allow for genuine moments. A lot of, I want them to know of what to expect if you come here, right? Then, something to catch their eye, a little baby, like first learning to roll over, right? Like you want to make them realize like what they would miss out on if they didn't do this with you, right? So regardless of how it is, these potential people somehow now have learned about you and have inquired about you. So they are called a lead. What happens to them next? That is the part that is really important in converting them into someone that's going to pay you. The first step they usually take is going to your website, like you said. Now, once they go to your website, what happens there? How do they navigate it? Is it confusing? Does it make them go away, right? Or does it then make them fill out a contact form? Once they fill out the contact form, they've come further down the funnel. How do you respond back? How long do you take to respond back, right? Is it a text message, phone call, email, or whatever it is? Are you writing in the correct tone that connects with them? That all is going to determine the kinds of holes that you're putting into this funnel. And so we want to be smart about what kind of holes we put in it, right? So that the people who are not the right clients will weed out, and then the correct clients keep going down the process and come out as a paying client. If I was a potential bride and I went to your Instagram right now, what will I see and what is my impression? Do I understand that you shoot weddings? Because sometimes I've gone to feeds and I'm kind of confused, like what is this offering, right? I'm sure you guys have seen some feeds like that as well. If it is clear that you do weddings, is it clear what kind of weddings that you do? And is this the kind of, do I see myself in these kind of pictures, right? Like, does this look like something that is so me? Before you start marketing, you have to strengthen that funnel, because otherwise you could be spending all this money on ads. You could be spending all this money on a social media manager to create great reels for you. But at the end of the day, if those are all weak and they come to your website and they're confused, then you've lost them anyway. Right? So I always recommend like strengthening those funnels first so that when the leads come, it is working efficiently. So spend energy here first before you start to, put money behind this. If you have a good website, and this is not a focal plug, this is just basic marketing. If you have a good website, the website can do a lot of the sales for you. So if you are getting a ton of back and forth emails with people, that's probably because your website was not informative enough. If you are getting leads that are, for example, I'm sure this happens to you before too, where you'll get an inquiry and it sounds so cool, and then at the end of the day, like they're like, oh, my budget for the wedding's $500, right? And so sometimes like what I used to do is I would be like, what the heck? Why do you think that wedding photography is $500? Like, oh my gosh, I'd be so like offended, right? But now what I started to shift towards as I was starting to grow my business, yes, my initial reaction might be that, but actually what I do is I ask myself, what did I do to give them the impression that I'm a $500 photographer? Because that was on me, right? Like there's one, and the answer could be they actually didn't really look into me. It was just a cold lead and it was a generic one and they were sending everyone, and I was just one of whatever. If that's the case, then it doesn't matter. Like they weren't gonna be my client anyway, I move on, right? But I always ask myself first, what could I have done differently and how did they get this impression? But if they genuinely really liked me, they looked at my portfolio and my work and thought I was $500, then I would really be time for me to reflect on myself. The idea is we raise rates every year, right? Eventually you're gonna get to a point where suddenly bookings slow down, because that happened to me. So eventually it's like, okay, why, when I was booking at $4,500, people were booking me, but suddenly now that I'm $6,000, people are not booking me. Why is that? Then you have to stop and say, okay, how did I fail to communicate my value to them? How did I fail to show them that I am worth this much? I never blame it on them. I never get mad at them, right? Because at the end of the day, it's something with my marketing that was wrong. Or if I notice that I'm getting a ton of people who are inquiring and asking for like, you know, really cheap wedding, then it's time to really think back, like, wait a minute. I am somehow attracting these leads. Like, what did I do? And I noticed that the several times in my career where I've done big leaps and bounds, it always came down to my website that needed updating. It's just how it is, right? Like technology changes and my portfolio and how people receive information and what people perceive as current and trendy changes. So I would say like every 3 years is a good time to just do a website overhaul to look refreshed again, because at the end of the day, no matter how you got that lead, they are going to be coming to your website to inquire. I'm doing several talks throughout WPPI, but my big one is Thursday morning. I get a lecture. Yeah, I get a big room. Yeah.
Oh, lecture. Oh,
okay. Yeah, a lecture. Yeah. So come, because I like worry like no one's gonna wake up for it, because they have the closing party the night before. Like I might not make it to my own talk. I'm kidding.
Caroline is such like a valuable resource, and like, the reason I love working with her is because she's really like two sides of the coin. She's an incredible photographer, but her understanding of business and marketing is really the piece that I feel like, you know, some photographers struggle with. You guys work so hard to hone your craft, to make your images amazing, to make your couples feel comfortable, but then how do you actually get a funnel going, like, you know? And Caroline does such an amazing job, so I really hope you enjoy her chat.
Yeah.
Lunch and learn.
Oh my God. It was so windy, I literally was like going sideways. All right, looking great, you guys. I don't usually like shooting wide, but I think the wide is super cool in this environment like this. Erin, you're gonna hold your dress up like that. Matthew, hold the bouquet down by your side. Oh, sweet looks at each other. Super cute. There we go. Yep, keep going. Yep, back and forth. So let me have you just like look right at me. Bouquet nice and low down by your belly button. Beautiful. So one of the things, like most bridal veils don't stay on anyway. And so, wow, this is heavy. Like even just pulling it up right now. I'm like trying to make sure I don't get poked playing with the textures here. Matthew, hands in your pocket. Just, yeah, it's super cool. Take a half step this way. Let's get something to eat. Actually, let's get my room first.
We've been up since 6:30, right? Our alarm was set for 6:30. It's Saturday night. We entertained the idea of going out, but the idea of getting into PJs and laying in bed sounds really good too. And with strawberries.
Do you think that means this through nutless locked.